And heading into the final race, out of 24 cars, 16 cars have a mathematical shot of winning the Cheerios Cup Championship. Sandy Garrett goes into your points lead, or goes into the final race, 26 points over Luis Hernandez. Gavin Moore sits comfortably in third. Then William Brock and TJ Starr round out the top five, 66 points back. Then Zach Ryan, 69 points back. Code Luigi, 79. Alexander Rowe, 83. 87 is Richard Johnson. Jonathan Zorlin, 91 back. 96 back is Max Anderson. 109 is Wayne Carson. Julius Anderson, 112 back. 147 sits Tone Blount. Eric Powers, 168. And 173 sits Landon Martin. Landon Martin may not technically, by the old point system, if he leads the most laps, wins the race, and leads a lap. And if Sandy Garrett were, if the top five in points finish horribly, and Landon Martin leads the most laps and wins, he technically has a shot, but it's a long shot. So, the rest of the cars being Chris Dews, Michael Anderson, Andrew Johnson, Morgan Grempler, Derek Northrup, Jonathan Mick, Alex Gray, and Eric Monaco, all they can do now is try and get a win. But with that, 16 cars are going to battle for a championship. I'll see you on the track at Daytona. And here we are, one last race to determine a champion. I'm your host, Dragon Knight Cole, and thank you for waiting patiently. All 24 drivers here in the Cheerios Cup have raced valiantly. Some has had more successful seasons than others, but I just want to thank you all for coming out here and racing. And yeah, like the previous video, 16 different drivers have a chance, but only one is coming out the champion. We're here at Daytona for some underlight racing for the Firecracker 300. Let's go over the starting lineup. And would you believe it, starting on pole is the man that has the longest mile shot of even trying to make to win the championship. 16th place himself, Landon Martin, who has to lead not only the most lap, not only does he have to lead a lap, he has to lead the most lap and win. And hope the top five don't finish that well. He is alongside second place in points, Luis Hernandez, who, might I add, is second place in point, but has yet to win a race. Then rounding out in third, you have Chris Dews, then Tone Blount, Jonathan Mick, and Michael Anderson. The Levi Garrett number 5 of Jonathan Zorlin, who had not had the best luck within these last two races, but he is still eligible. Will we see a turnaround? Eric Monaco, who is now trying to just stay out of last place in points. Alex Gray, who was last for most of the season, but after his great run at Darlington, is now 23rd in points. Now he just got to try and stay ahead of Monaco and stay out of shotgun. Then you have last week's winner, Sandy Garrett, who has won 2 races this season. Can't remember what the first one was. Oh yeah, I think it was Las Vegas. But then we have the big evil designs of Max Anderson and Andrew Johnson. Morgan Grempler, Eric Nicholas Anderson, and Gavin Moore. Wayne Carson and William Brock. As we're about to get the command to start the engine.
Drivers, start your engines!
Alexander Rowe and Richard Johnson, TJ Starr and Zach Ryan, and then rounding out the Luigi and Eric Powell. And since I forgot to say it at the end, starting on the pole, starting first, that's 71 of Dave Sherry. Took the lead, but it's about, I believe it was 26 points over Luis Hernandez. That's going to be one of the cars to watch. Luis Hernandez, second in point, but has yet to win. He has been consistent. Will consistency earn him a championship? We're about to find out. Can Landon Martin pull off the biggest upset ever? All these questions are about to be answered. 40 laps of racing at Daytona. Let's end the season. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing at Daytona for the Firecracker 300. Landon Martin, who won at Watkins Glen. A two-time winner in the Nascar Cheerios Cup when he drove the FedEx 11. Now just trying to hang in there. And this is definitely going to be a start for Landon Martin trying to pull off the biggest upset. If he could just hold it going into 3. Coming out of 3 into 4, coming to the tri-oval, Landon Martin will lead the first lap. That's 5 bonus points. Now he just got to hang on, lead the most laps, and win. Easier said than done. You've got 23 other cars barreling behind you. You see Luis Hernandez on the high side. Chris Dews in second, Jonathan Mick in third. Jonathan Zorlin is in fourth. Dews to the lead. And he's going to bring Mick and Zorlin with him. The number 12 Centurion car. Oh, is Mick going to peak? He's thinking about it. Chris Dews will lead that lap, but Mick is right behind. They don't want to leave that door open because here comes Zorlin, too late. Jonathan Zorlin, second place. We also got to talk about the car that won here last time in the season opener, William Brock. He's currently drifting back to, he's currently shotgunning in the field, but William Brock, if anyone knows anything about Daytona, it's going to be William Brock who won here. Chris Dews is about to lead another lap, which isn't good for Landon Martin. He needs people to pass him. Plus, he needs to get back out in front. But Zorlin, if he can lead a lap, this will definitely be a pick-me-up after having a not-so-great last 2 weeks. Will Zorlin peak? He does. Will Ray go with him? No, but Max Anderson will. And the 60 of Jonathan Mick is able to get back to the bottom. So Jonathan Mick showing some moves that might be important later on in this race. Max Anderson peeking under Zorlin. Zorlin leads that lap. But Max Anderson trying to get his 5 bonus points and revitalize his championship hope. Sandy Garrett is stuck in the top lane, so if any of these championship contenders need to get to the front, it is now. Max Anderson pulled off big into 2, going into 3. And Max Anderson will lead his first lap of the race. Winner of Springfield, the only dirt course on the Cheerios Cup, and the first time Springfield has ever been used for a point race. They're for an exhibition. The number 60 probably going to try and peek going into 2. No, he's not. Nick and Anderson working out team chemistry here. Maybe they are drafting buddies, but Max Anderson's going to lead another point, so put that on the checklist for Anderson. Whoa, Carson shoving Julius Anderson up the road. Oh, he's trying. Oh man, 3 wide as Alexander Rowe gets under Wayne Carson. They're like 3 different winners right there, 4 different winners. You got Rowe, Starr, Borland, and Carson. 60 thought about going 5 there, but no, he's going to stick behind the 9. So Max Anderson's going to have the most laps led at this point with 3. This is Max Anderson licking his chops. He sees the championship. He just got to keep that 60 behind him. TJ Starr in 3rd. He moved Rowe up the track. Here comes Eric Powers, who I think is out of the championship running right now. TJ Starr and Code Luigi are going for it. Well, Luigi ducks top, but Starr is going to break up the 1-2 combo of Anderson and Mick. That being Max Anderson, because there are like 4 different Andersons in this series. So Mick is about to go backwards in a hurry. This is the longest race in the series, because why not have the finale be the longest race? Well, I think Charlotte might have been a little longer. I don't know, I'd have to look at that one. Not even Starr wants to go after Max Anderson right now, but Max Anderson is sitting pretty right now. I mean, they might want to consider going after him, because if Max Anderson keeps sitting out in front, he might clinch. Most laps led. TJ Starr won Indy, but then didn't do so well at Darlington. Now trying to get going. Starr and Anderson are... Oh, Starr is going to dump him going into 3. TJ Starr going to lead his first lap. He's got Eric Powers right behind him. Oh, he's going to go at the middle. Now he's going to come back down. Starr leads his first lap. Now Sandy Garrett is back on the bottom, so this is bad news for the rest of the field, because if he gets up front, Garrett's going to add 5 more bonus points to his lead. But Eric Power is able to chug on by on the bottom lane. Now Zach Ryan trying to go under. Jonathan Mick got back to the bottom, but William Brock, oh, he was thinking about it. Zach Ryan's going to go under Eric Powers. Now we know that 60 car is definitely a good drafting partner to have right behind you. he did for the 9. Let's see what he does for the 3. Whoa! 6, he's going to go on by the 3. Jonathan Maker is not currently a championship contender. Has not had the best of season, but the thing he can do right now is try and win a race. Michael Anderson is going 3 wide. Gonna put William Brock in the middle. And another championship contender. Wait. I just realized I made a key error. Gavin Moore won Indy, but TJ Starr took the point lead, so my bad, folks. So yeah, oh, we got a bad frame rate drop here. We're able to get it fixed here. They go back to normal. But yeah, TJ Starr would have won if it didn't come down that 1 lap dash, but Gavin Moore took it, and that basically put him in the front. That he had a great running at Darlington. So Gavin Moore, if he can get a lead a lap, this is definitely going to help him out. Who led that last lap? It was Jonathan Mick. And Landon Martin back on the bottom. Gavin Moore thought about going up high, but then realized he didn't want Andrew Johnson getting up under him. Slowly making his way forward on the bottom lane. We go back here, the points leader, Andy Garrett. Will Gavin Moore make the move going into? He's going for it, and the 49 going with it. No, the 49 is going to go 3 wide. So crucial point block there for Gavin Moore. And now here comes Landon Martin. And Chris Dews right behind him. So far, as of right now, Max Anderson has led with the most laps. Here comes Landon Martin. Pace car. Landon Martin trying to get up under Johnson, and he's going to do it. But Dews is going to make it 3 wide. And Hernandez goes to the bottom. Hernandez, Grempler, and here comes Sandy Garrett. Oh, Grempler, oh boy. Morgan Grempler got up under Hernandez. Luis Hernandez trying to get 5 bonus points, close that lead down on Sandy Garrett. Will it work? Oh, they're both gonna. Oh, Grempler's gonna take it 3 wide. Grempler wins this finale. I'm gonna laugh because he'll won the finale of 2 seasons or 2 different series. Morgan Grempler with big points implication. He's not eligible, but that's gonna block Hernandez, and Sandy Garrett just went past him. If Sandy Garrett gets past the 87 and wins this race, or leads the lap, that's gonna be even more work for the 24. Because then the 24 is gonna have to lead another, just lead a lap to cancel Garrett's bonus point. But now Grempler is trying to hold on to the lead. He will take his second lap. Good job, Grempler. And now Northrop is going under Sandy Garrett. So 2 cars that aren't competing for the championship, just trying to win. Northrop trying to go for the lead. He's going to bring Julius Anderson with him. And now you got, and I like to point out in the bottom lane, you got the two cars that have been 1 and 2 for most of the season, Zorlin and Brock. But now Julius, all the cars on the bottom except for Derek Northrup are competing for the championship. Julius Anderson, Tone Blalock, Norland, and Brock. Those 4 cars are competing with Eric Monaco to try and stay out of last place. So Blalock's going to try and go for second. Who will go with him? No one initially. Norland going way up high. Now Grempler's about to be put in a 3-wide spot. So Julius Anderson's able to get back to 3rd. Now he wants 2nd back. Next lap will be halfway here. Firecracker 300. Sandy Garrett is yet in the lead lap, and Max Anderson has led the most laps. But here comes Julius Anderson. This will be big for Julius Anderson if he can lead a lap. And considering the fact that he's got 3 cars on the right behind him that aren't competing for the championship. Julius Anderson leads his first lap, and man, we got a huge frame rate drop here. Monaco going for the lead. In fact, I'll be right back. I'm gonna just try and fix the frame rate. Alright, so I might have, yes, I might have skipped the video, but turned it off and turned it back on because usually that helps it. So, seems to be working now, and it's going to be a battle between Gray and Monaco. Oh, gee! Oh, that's an interval there. 1/100th of a second. Gray leads Alex Gray. That bonus point. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to take a sip of water. Anyway, Alex Gray is going to come down and lead his 2nd lap at Daytona. So Gray trying to pull off, trying to get 1 win in the bag before the end of the season. Like I said last week, it's not the greatest of seasons, but with a great run last week at Darlington, he showed that he can run. He just hasn't had good rolls of the dice. You see Eric Powers trying to go up under him. Whoa, Luis Hernandez way up high. Eric Powers leads his first lap. Another car that's not in the championship right now. Next up, right behind him, Code Luigi, Snowman. That is a championship contender. So is Zach Ryan, who's right behind him. Oh man. Hey, trying to race back on the high side. Oh my gosh, this frame rate issue. World, man. Oh my gosh, Zach Ryan to put Luigi 3 wide. Now Luigi's going to be forced to go backwards. trying to block, or not Zach Ryan, Eric Howard trying to block all lanes. How will Zach Ryan get the run going here? In here? Don't look like it will. But Mick got one heck of a run. Here comes Alexander Rowan Ford. Point leader Sandy Garrett stuck on the high side. Landon Martin, the last place is in 5th. Well, the last place is the official championship. Max Anderson currently still sits with the most laps led. But if Landon Martin's able to get back out in front and lead like 5 more laps, I'm pretty sure he would have the thing. Pretty sure he would have most laps led, and Zach Ryan decides to go. But will Landon Martin dump him going into the tri-oval? He's looking. But Zach Ryan's able to close the door, and Zach Ryan gets 5 bonus points. 14 laps to go at Daytona. Luis Hernandez finally able to get back onto the bottom lane. Will we see him resurge up to the front? And Martin, they're not that late. Oh my! That would have been disastrous for his hopes if Wayne Carson would have been able to get by him. Because remember, Sandy Martin still has a mathematical shot. You just gotta hope Sandy Garrett and like the rest of the top 5 finish in the back like where they are right now. Okay, I apologize about that, and Landon Martin is taking the lead, but Zach Ryan, or not Zach Ryan, Landon Carson coming back up here. This is big for him. This is big for Wayne Carson, but detrimental to the 4. Wayne Carson leads the lap. Trying to hold off Julius Anderson, and William Brockett made his way to 3rd. Wayne Carson's going to lead his 2nd lap, looks like, and let Julius Anderson get the run going into 3. Man, that was so detrimental to Landon Martin. 10 laps to go. Time is running out. If Landon Martin doesn't get up here and start leading, I think his championship might be over. It might as well be, because he's stuck on the highway. But Wayne Carson continues to hold fast. I cannot speak right now. I apologize. William Brock decides to go under Julius Anderson. Chris Hughes, Morgan Grempler all all right there. But they're not championship contenders. Julius Anderson trying to get back under him, but it's not going to work. TJ Starr is up here. William Brock won the season opener here at Daytona, trying to win the final race here at the final race of the season here at Daytona, and quite possibly win the championship. But dude, forces Brock up there. Now Brock is going to have to regroup. Eight laps to go for Wayne Carson. If Wayne Carson leads a couple more laps, he might be able to pass Max Anderson most laps led. Question is, will Dews work with him? TJ Starr decides to go under Julius Anderson. No, he couldn't. They better watch out because that 24 Luis Hernandez is on his way. Luis Hernandez is possibly... Oh, he's in a good spot. Sandy Garrett is stuck in the highlight. This might be it for a championship. Unless something happens. Morgan Grempler decides to go under Chris Dew. TJ Starr also there. Luis Hernandez and Eric Monaco trying to work together. So Morgan Grempler working with Wayne Carson. 6 laps to go. TJ Starr in third. And Luis Hernandez is about to crack the top 5. Who will make a move first? Grempler goes for it. Monaco dumps Starr. This is big for Luis Hernandez. Who's gonna lead the lap? It will be Grempler. Grempler trying to hold off Monaco and Luis Hernandez. Has not won a Cheerios race all season. Has not won a Wheaties race since Homestead, the last of season 1. I keep wanting to say last year. Two cars that have not had the best of season are battling for the win with 5 laps to go. Grempler, Monaco, and Luis Hernandez are right there. Your next point contender will be right back here. It will be Richard Johnson. Then on the bottom is back here, Gavin Moore trying to fight his way back. 4 laps to go. He's got time, but he can't afford to go up high. Blalock is there with him. But who decides to make a move? Hernandez wants to make a move on Monaco. Michael Anderson able to get back to the bottom. He's trying to get under Hernandez, but it's not going to be enough. Sandy Garrett is way back there. Let's go back and see where he is. Scored in 20th spot. This is not good for Sandy Garrett. He has 3 laps to make something happen. Thorland's on the bottom. He's way back here. He's got to get going now. Max Anderson just can't get going. Like every time he tries to go back to the front, he can't. And now we got a new leader, Luis Hernandez. This is big. Coming to 2 laps to go. Will Luis Hernandez win the first ever Cheerios Cup? Richard Johnson moves Michael Anderson. The top 4 on the bottom, all competing for points, competing for the win, and quite possibly the championship. Johnson and Hernandez. Throw Gavin Moore's name into the hat. White flag for Luis Hernandez. Will Richard Johnson make a move? Will Gavin Moore say something about it? It's gonna happen going in turn 2. Johnson's going for it! Gavin goes up high! Blalik, 3rd! Out of turn number 4! Oh, Blalik thought about it! Coming to the triangle! Richard Johnson wins the Firecracker 300! I don't know if that will be enough to win a championship. I think Luis Hernandez might have won. But we're about to find out here, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Richard Johnson. 2nd place, Luis Hernandez. 3rd, Tone Blalik. 4th, Gavin Moore. 5th, Michael Anderson. 6th, Alex Gray. 7th, Morgan Grempler. 8th, Alexander Rowe. 9th, Eric Monaco. And 10th, Landon Martin. 11th, Wayne Carson. 12th, Code Luigi. 13th, TJ Starr. 14th, Chris Dews. 15th, Jonathan Mick. 16th, Zach Ryan. 17th, Julius Anderson. 18th, Eric Powers. 19th, Derek Northrup. 20th, Sandy Garrett. 21st, Johnson Zorlin. 22nd, William Brock. 23rd, Andrew Johnson. And 24th, Max Anderson. So with that said, we'll take you to the Score 4 program after this, and we're about to find out who is your Season 1 champion. Congratulations, Richard Johnson, for a win. Let's go to the program. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I've hit the generate files button, but before we do that, let's see who led the most laps. Right now, it's looking like Wayne Carson with 6. Depends on how many Max Anderson led. Max Anderson led 5. So Wayne Carson will take home most bonus point, the bonus points for most laps led. But with that, we're about to find out who's your winner. So yeah, congratulations, Luis Hernandez, for winning the first ever NASCAR Cheerios Cup. You can see he won by 32 points over Gavin Moore. Sandy Garrett unfortunately fell back to third. Richard Johnson made a huge climb to fifth. And TJ Starr rounds out the top five. And Alexander Rowe, Zach Ryan, Code Luigi, William Brock, and Wayne Carson round out the top 10. Tone Blalock, Johnson Zorlin, Julius Anderson, Max Anderson, Landon Martin, and Michael Anderson. And then Eric Powers, Chris Dew, Alex Gray, Morgan Grempler, Eric Monaco, Andrew Johnson, Jonathan Mick, and Derek Northrup round out your field. Well, congratulations to Luis Hernandez. This has been a production of the NASCAR Wheaties Cup. I hope y'all had a great time racing the late models, and thank you again for being so patient with this series. Until next time, take care, everyone. And also, I'd like to point out, Luis Hernandez actually won a championship without winning a race. What's up with that? Anyway, take care, everyone.